Brian, it would be great to know what kind of data we have and if we could label the data. And everyone knows that's a good idea. Why is it so tough to label data?
When you put a label on a file like sensitive or confidential or internal only, something like that, you can have all of these wonderful automatic controls that apply.
Right.
You could say this can't be printed, or only the people in the finance department can read this because it's got financial information. And then all of these automatic controls, they just work like magic.
The ingredient that is desperately needed is the labeling for all of this to happen.
It is. And so one of my favorite quotes, because I love stealing quotes from smart people, was from a CISO of I'll just say a major casino. And what he said was, we would love to label all of our data. It would be great, except we have no way to operationalize it. That was his fancy way of saying, we don't know how to do it. He ran into a few problems. The first is, labels are either not there because he had petabytes of data, and who's going to go and read every single one of those files, or they were wrong because people make mistakes. The other problem is if you use automation and you label too much, right? So you just say, you know what, I've got noisy classification, and it just puts a label on everything. Guess what? People will find a way around it because suddenly you're blocking people from working.
Can't let labels stop business from behaving like a business.
You need accurate automatic classification. Classification by itself, data classification, in some respects is a commodity, but you know what it's not? It's useful, accurate classification. We have a team that works with every one of our customers to make sure that not only are our hundreds of policies out of the box accurate and work for things like PII and PCI data, we also build proprietary policies to look for intellectual property. But then what we do is we say, all right, there's three key things that we help our customers do. One, we show them all of the data that they have that's sensitive, and we verify that it's sensitive with them, that does not have a label on it. The second thing that we do is if there's no label there, we tell MIP to put a label on that file. This is a metadata tag. That process happens automatically. The third thing that we do is if the wrong label is there because somebody marked something as public so that they could email it to somebody because they wanted to get their job done, but in fact, it's got a bunch of PCI data. It's got a bunch of PII. It's got a bunch of really sensitive information that shouldn't be sent to somebody outside the company. We correct the label and apply a stricter one. And then guess what? That makes DLP work.
And it all starts once you actually do the labeling.
Just do the scans so that you know what labels are there and what labels are missing.
Well, the scan is the process of doing.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Brian. Hey, if you want to know more about how to label your data, actually scan it, get it done, see what you got, go check out Varonis at varonis.com.